been Santa Claus since 1965 when I got out of the Navy. I am a third generation Santa Claus. My grandfather was Santa Claus, my father was a Santa Claus. I have all the bells which I donated to you guys, and I love the job. I just love being with kids, and maybe at one time you guys even sat on my lap at one time, because I've been at the Upper Valley Mall for 32 years, and I just enjoy being Santa Claus, bringing the magical powers of Santa and Christmas. Originally, I am from Tampa, Florida, and my father moved up here with the Air Force, and we lived here. Well, I have lived here ever since then. A lot of people do, because I've been around for quite a few years. I used to pull them out of Pickwick Mall and Dayton Mall and stuff like that. I had one incident up in, what's the little town up there in 36, St. Paris?
Oh, yeah.
And when they had a grocery store up there, I had a little boy that was very unruly. And of course, I carried Santa on my phone, and I went up to the little lady and I told her, I said, play this for what it's worth. And I showed her a picture of Santa. And she looked at me and she said, really? I said, yep. So I walked away, and it wasn't too long, and then the little boy's tugging on my coat pocket, and he says, are you really Santa? I said, don't tell nobody. He says, but I'm out looking for little bad boys and girls and see how they act. And that was the best little kid you ever seen in your life. And smiling all the way. Those are the bells that goes on the reindeers. And when I have my bells, I have to take them off because they have magical powers. And with the magical powers, if my reindeers don't have the bells on, they can't fly as well. They may run into something or whatever, but they're magical reindeers' bells. Especially goes on Rudolph, because Rudolph really likes his bells. Now, when I first learned how to do it and how I got my information on how to be a good Santa was watching Miracle on 34th Street. If you remember, Santa had a cane. I still have my cane as well. And I learned everything from that film, and there's nothing like it. That is the best instrument for learning how to play Santa Claus there ever was. You have to have a lot of patience with kids. Kids, parents, and grandparents. You have to have them or help them to smile with the magical powers of Christmas itself. If you don't have that, then you don't have Santa. Well, I got to where I was so popular, running home to home and making personal appearances. Somebody asked me if I would just stay in one place and everybody could come to me, and well, that sounds like a great idea, so that's how I came to work at the mall. And I just loved working at the mall. The people came to see me from several malls away, and they wouldn't go to see my helpers. They would come down to see me instead. They're all memorable. I mean, I love them. I have one little lady that was in the hospital having her baby, and she brought it into me within 5 to 8 hours after she had her baby, and it took us something like 30 minutes to unwrap the baby. I said, this looks like a real little baby, brand new one. She says, I just had it. I said, oh my goodness, and it happened to be one of the coldest days in the season, but it took something like 25 minutes even to unwrap the kid so we could see it.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, it was, oh yeah, some of them are grandmas now, and grandmas and grandpas, The last I've figured out, there was something like one family had 5 generations, going into 5 generations. That, I mean, they were just little babies, but that was generations coming up. I think at one time they wanted me wanted to teach me how to be Santa, and I told them, I said, "You want me to teach to be Santa or what?" They said, "No, they want to teach me how to be Santa." And then my program was Miracle on 34th Street, which I learned most of my characters, and I told them, I said, "I think I could probably teach you a few things or so on how to be Santa Claus. And one of the first things you do is keep your hands off of the kids. And just always keep your hands visible and not be accused of molesting kids and stuff like that. It goes with anybody else as far as that goes." And of course, somebody didn't agree to that, and in Cleveland, somebody got arrested for malpractice of Santa Claus, basically. And I don't handle the kids too much. Let them take care of themselves, their mamas and daddies. No straddling of legs over the knees. Let mom and dad sit them on their lap. You hold them properly. And we even have pet nights. Someplace in this world there was a pet, I definitely remember this one. They had a horse, a Palomino horse came in, and I stood there and held the horse as pet night. That one went clear across the world.
Oh my goodness.
In a matter of a couple of hours, because my brother lived in California, and he called me up and said, "What are you doing with a horse?" Okay, well, that was pet night. So that was very interesting. I'm hoping we get back in the Springfield area. I really like the Springfield area, and it's centrally located, and people seem to like me, and it's very memorable here. Well, I like Springfield area and the people that are in it, and a lot of them are all grown up now, got kids of their own, and even some of the kids have their kids, so grandmas and grandpas are all there. I love Springfield.